Hi, my name is Mark, and today I'd like to do the unboxing of Chronicles of Drunagor, this huge box right here. I got this game for review from Creative Game Studio, thanks a lot. And as you can guess by looking at the cover, this is a fantasy dungeon crawler adventure game where you are heroes trying to save the world from evil. When I see a theme like this, when I see a big fantasy game with miniatures and heroes and monsters, I'm a huge fan of this type of games, probably because I played a lot of fantasy dungeon crawler video games when I was a kid in the 90s, long time ago. I played Eyes of the Beholder, Dungeon Master, Black Crypt, my favorite games from my childhood. I played it on my old Commodore Amiga. I don't have it anymore. And then I played a lot of RPG games like Warhammer, and there was this Polish RPG system, Crystals of Time, where you always was a group of heroes that had to fight some bosses and monsters and evil. And when I started playing board games, I continued to play a lot of games like this. So I love fantasy games, adventure games, and dungeon crawlers, so I can't wait to play it. Today we will do the unboxing. There is a lot of content inside this box. This game was on crowdfunding 2 times. First there was the base game with some expansions, then there was another Kickstarter or GameFound, I don't remember, crowdfunding campaign with a reprint of the base game and another huge big box expansion. And this is just the base game from the second print. So Chronicles of Drunagor 1.5. There are a lot of miniatures and cards and everything inside, but also there are a lot of trays from game trays, because this game has this cool feature that when you build the dungeon, some elements are on different levels, so some rooms are higher or lower, and this is important in terms of tactics and strategy. So let's do the unboxing of this game. I will make, of course, another video where I will tell you how the game plays and what I think about it, but I have to play it a few times, at least a few times. You can play it as a campaign, but I know that you can also play it like a one-time scenarios. We will see. Today, let's look into this box, and then another video will be published sometime in the future. So let's open this box. So let's open this huge box. Let's remove the shrink. You have to believe me that this is a huge, really huge, huge box. It's full of miniatures and cars and books and everything. You will see in a second. I haven't looked inside yet, so this will be my first look into this box. I like the cover art here, Chronicles of Drunagor, Age of Darkness. So let's take the cover away, so we will see everything. Let me put it to the side. And okay, so what do we have here? These are the doors. I have not played this game yet. I have not seen many videos. I think I have watched 1 or 2 videos in the past when the Kickstarter campaign was live, but I don't remember a lot. These are doors, door cards, and I remember that this works, that when you open a door, you reveal the card and it tells you what happens behind the door, how to set up the dungeon and everything. I will not open it. I guess there are some spoilers inside, because this says Chapter 17, The Fallen Hero, so you have probably some spoilers inside, but we can see on this one card here, it tells you some kind of a story, tells you how to set up the dungeon, what to put where, some special rules. Cool. The problem with unboxing is always that I'm always scared to open everything, because then I'm not sure if I will be able to find all the necessary components and tokens, because it's easy to open everything and then it's really difficult to put everything back in order. So let's try. This is the rulebook. Okay, really cool. It's not glued, so it's easy to open. So 63 pages. Wow, this is quite a lot. I'm not sure how difficult this game is, but we will see. I see some examples, some artwork. It shouldn't be that bad. And I really love when books and thick rule books are spiral bound like this one, because it makes it really easy to read and to lay it flat on the table. Here we have a huge book. It says adventure book, and I think these are all the story entries that you will read during the game. I will not show it to you, maybe just, I don't know, chapter 1, okay, something like this. It tells you how to set up the dungeon tray and everything. Cool. So this is another book. This is book number 3, interaction book. And what's this? Okay, we have some interactions. So probably when you encounter something like this, then you have a choice, and then you will read a specific entry maybe in the adventure book. I'm not sure. This is cool, like a point and click adventure games. You have different points of interest, and you can, you know, check them out. Cool. Now we have something that looks like a character sheet. Player name, hero, items. Okay, so probably you need one of the sheets for each character that will play the game. I'm not really sure how many characters you have to play when you play solo, if just one is possible, or maybe you have to play multiple characters. I don't know, we will find out. So here we have some terrain, like tiles, and this game is known from the 3D terrain, or maybe not terrain, but I remember from the Kickstarter campaign that there are some trays inside this box, and you place these tiles on those trays, and you have terrain of different elevation. So some elements are higher, some are lower. Really cool idea, and they look nice. So this here we have some of the tiles, the smaller one. Here we have bigger ones. This game has got a lot of expansions from what I remember. There are some expansions for the base game with additional heroes and monsters. I don't think that the base game has more expansions with story, but maybe it does, I'm not sure. But there was also a second Kickstarter with the reprint of this game, and I think this base game is from the second print. But there was also a huge big box expansion with bosses and everything. So when I've seen some photos of the all-in edition of this game, and there were like, I don't know, 10, 15 big boxes. So this is really cool. But even the base game is really huge and, to be honest, a little overwhelming. So here we have some even more terrain, should I say tiles. Let's start here. Okay, so this is something that I really like when games have something like this. It tells you how to start the game and how to, you know, organize stuff and how to begin playing the game. You don't have to read the big rule book. Maybe you can only read this, and this will tell you some basics. Okay, hero turn, monster turn, reactions. Cool. Darkness. Okay, interaction. So this, in a way, lets you learn the game from this small booklet. Nice. And here we have some back. Chronicles of Drunagor. Okay. I don't know what we'll put inside. Maybe some tokens. Something that we have to probably randomly draw. And here we have some punch boards. I will try to open them without cutting my finger. This knife, maybe it doesn't look like this, but this is a really sharp knife. And yesterday I opened a box and I cut my finger. So I have to be careful. I know that this video with me cutting my finger will get a lot of, you know, likes probably, but I don't want to show something like this on the camera. So we have punch boards. I will not punch them out because I need to organize everything in this box. Punch board number 1 of 6, but it looks cool. I know that these are the, I don't know, darkness tiles. Maybe you will cover some part of the dungeon with darkness tiles, probably when something bad happens. Some, you know, tokens. I will not guess what are these tokens used for, some statuses maybe, because I have not played this game yet. So, but most of the punch boards are with darkness tiles. Not most, but a lot of them. So this is nice. Okay, and even more, probably statuses. It looks like, I know, fire and some poison, probably. Okay, nice. Some. This looks like, okay, so here we have bridges that you have to punch and construct. Maybe some companions, like a bear and a dog, a hawk. Okay, cool. 6 punch boards, it's not that bad. I remember that Frosthaven has got like, I know, 30 punch boards. So this is cool. And here we have some nice boxes. All the boxes and trays are made by Game Trays, and I really love Game Trays boxes and storage solutions, because this is really convenient. We have 6 of them. Maybe each one of them is for one hero character. I'm not sure. We have some cards inside. I can open these cards. I will put them back just like they were placed in the beginning, because, as I said, mixing all the cards together when you are not sure what elements are used for what is not clever. But here we have some, I know, some items that we'll probably maybe find in the dungeon, or maybe craft. I'm not sure. Okay, a lot of them. Deadly backstabber. Okay, this is a cool weapon. Backstabbing is something that always reminds me of Dark Souls video game, because in Dark Souls backstabbing is really important. Okay, and we have some Undead King hunting. I don't know what's this. Some cards, haste, some maybe commander attack cards. Maybe these are some attack cards for the monsters. Okay, wandering monster event cards, some events. Okay, cool. Let me put everything back here so I will not make a mess. Let's put it here. This one is empty. This one is empty as well. This one has got some plastic rings for miniatures. Nothing interesting to see here. And here we have even more cards. So let's open those and let's take a look. A lot of components, but having some cool inserts and cool trays always speeds up the setup of a game. I hate when game has a lot of tokens and cards and everything, and you don't have a storage solution inside it. Okay, some even more I know, weapons. I'm not sure. I will not guess what's this. Companion, scenario monster. Let's just look at the artwork. Commander brute. So maybe these are the things that you can get from monsters. I'm not sure, but I like the artwork here. Cards are quite small, so you cannot really appreciate the artwork, but it looks nice. Okay, so this is okay. The second part of the item deck. So many cards, and here we have even more cards. This is like crazy number of cards here. I hope I will be able to sort everything properly. Okay, so deck number 3. I don't know, let's quickly take a look. This looks like some skills for each character, because they look like player characters, they don't look like monsters. Okay, a lot of weapons, some monsters. I don't see any logic in these decks, in those decks for now. Here we have a lot of monsters, rotten flesh, okay, shadow vampire, cool artwork, like a dark fantasy shadow cultist. Okay, okay, and skeleton archer. Nice. As I said earlier, I remember a lot of small expansions with additional monsters, so I'm not sure how many monsters are in the base game, but we will see. Judging from those cards, there should be enough enemies, different enemies, to make you occupied for a while. Okay. So, wisdom skills. Okay, so here are the skills of the heroes, I guess. And this is like, I don't know. Okay. So, leader, warrior, so maybe some action cards. And king. Okay, no idea. Okay, okay, and this deck, still one more deck. A lot of cards here. Let me open this. The rulebook is really thick, so reading it will take some time. Cards. These are in different color. Mournful operation. Okay, maybe some bosses. To be honest, all those cards look very similar, so some potions. Okay, scroll of icy balls, displacement, so maybe these are some scrolls for the mage. Phew, these were a lot of cards. Now we have something that looks like hero boards. So let me open this. Okay. We have Elros, elf assassin, human cleric. Okay. Okay, and they have a backstory here. Cool. We have Lorelei, elf mage, human ranger, Maya, and dwarf warrior. So how many of them? We have 5, because the game is for 1 to 5 players. Undead king, some conditions on the other side, the camp, even more conditions. Okay, so cool. So we have 5 heroes to choose from. If you don't have to use all of them when you play solo, 5 heroes should be more than enough for me to play. Okay, this is a tray, and here is place for all the darkness tiles we have seen earlier, game trays and some other tokens. Really nice. All games should have some kind of trays like this one, because, okay, and space for different statuses, because having to put everything in some zip bags is a terrible idea for a game with many components. Really cool. So there are a lot of this terrain, the map tiles. So a lot of them, and this is cool because they don't use like a huge boards with terrain, but you construct the dungeon from all those small tiles. So this is really nice. Another tray for some elements, and now we have the miniatures, at least part of them. So let me put it like this, and we have monsters and heroes. So what do we have here? I like miniatures in fantasy, adventure, dungeon crawler games. Okay, so we have some, this looks like a ghost or rough. Looks like a character from Lord of the Rings, Nazgul. And we have some other enemies. They look nice. A lot of details, not especially because I don't paint miniatures, but they look nice. And I like that they have some kind of terrain on the bases. The bases are not flat. So we have like 4 miniatures of each type of character. Really nice monsters. They are very creepy. But I like the design. Some archers. They look like skeleton archers maybe. but they have a lot of details. More details than, for example, the games from Simon. I think they are nicer. The plastic is kind of like hard. They remind me a little of the miniatures from Descent, the latest edition. Okay, nice. So now we have the heroes. Let me show you all the heroes. This is the elf mage, I don't remember. This is probably the ranger. Okay. The elf assassin. You can see the deadly knives. The human, this was a cleric. I'm not sure if I remember correctly. Okay. And this was the dwarf, the warrior. he's quite small. This is really nice. So let me put it back. And now we have one of the trays that you use for making the terrain. So you place those tiles somewhere here, I think, and then you create the dungeon. Cool. So don't lay all the tiles flat on the table. Even more. Okay, more trays. Two types of them. This one looks like this, and here you have space for some bridges. The game must look really cool when it's when it's set up on the table, when it's placed on the table, when you play the game with all the different terrains, because now it's just black plastic, but when you place all those dungeon tiles on it, it should look really nice. Here we have a lot of cubes for all the statuses in the game, and now we have even more monsters. This one is really nice. Nice details. If you paint miniatures, the ones in Chronicles of Drunagor are really cool. So we have three of them. Here are 3 other monsters. Okay, really nice. These ones are bigger. And here we have the main boss. He looks nice with all the skulls. Cool. Big boss. So I think this is it. Nothing is below it. So here we have all the components for Chronicles of Drunagor, and now let me put everything back in the box. I will make another video when I play the game a few times. I will make my first impressions video where I will tell you what I think about this game. But for now, thank you for watching. Click the like button, subscribe to my channel, visit me on all my social media channel. You will find links in the description of the video. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.